and welcome to Strength Hammer Podcast, episode 170. That's, yeah. Wait, you got, yeah, there it is. There it is. Each week
I
we're
got
getting,
very confused.
so each week we're getting closer to a more and more respectable bench.
That's true.
Yep.
That's a good point. Very slowly.
Very slow.
Very slowly.
Hey, it's about the gains you make along the way.
But long term, it'll be very impressive. Long term, be like 455 pounds bench press.
You're assuming a lot about this podcast.
That's fair. That's fair. How many weeks are in a year?
52.
Yeah.
We could.
Yeah, 4 more years.
We
Yeah.
could. Yeah, I mean, see how much we care. See how much other people care, because like if there's actually people watching this, and like it's the few that I know watch it as well as the other ones, it's like it's fun, it's nice. But if it like that number dropped to like 0, I'd be like, okay, maybe we'll stop.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'll just do hobby hangouts with my friends. But so far, everyone seems to like it.
Yes, sir.
So Alex, how are you doing?
Good. I was talking about it before the podcast started. This is a crazy week for me because of work and Eli from Deadlifts for Dark Gods coming down to work on the business stuff, and I have jury duty next week, so it's kind of a crazy week after our fun weekend of Warhammer.
It's so funny because you have a crazy week, and I remember having those times too. Like, but me, I was so excited to wake up today, just do a very simple day's work, go to the gym, eat normal food, like just like after the weekend of like.
Yeah,
it was like what it felt like 3 weeks of like holiday fun, and it's like my body's like tired of it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about it, but you're right. We had Christmas, New Year's, and then immediately we had our Barn-A-Palooza.
Yeah,
with a ton of good food, but calorie dense food and beer is not helpful.
Yeah. But hey, that's the topic of the day. We're gonna talk about Barn-A-Palooza, and a little bit of calorie dense food. But before that, Alex, it snow's melting a little bit. Can you see your lawn?
No, I can't.
You can't? Okay, I can see my lawn a little bit.
Okay.
Few spots, mostly because I went out and primed something I'm working on, and I kind of kicked the snow around a little bit. Oh, live lawn react.
I can't see it now.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, we're actually supposed to be up in the 50s Fahrenheit and rainy throughout this week, so you're probably gonna see your lawn.
I probably will see my lawn.
But we will not.
True.
Yeah.
You know what I was sad about is my flag, American flag, got all torn up, so I have to buy another flag.
I'll be honest. When I moved to the house, I just went out and got like a basic one too. Then like I was like screw this, I'm gonna buy an American-made, well-made flag, and it was like a $60-$70 US flag. It has been a champ.
Yeah,
it's made in the USA. It's hand sewn. Just
Yeah, I bought one on Amazon, and it lasted, 6 months, 8 months, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to spend, it's probably more now than $70, but I'm willing to spend $150 as long as it's going to last me for a long time.
I'll say this one has shown no deterioration, so it's probably like, yeah, I spent that, and that's just what I'll have forever.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah, definitely. But yes, a little bit of, well, not a lot, a little bit of news. Sure. One thing of news. One tiny thing of news I want to show. They announced the store anniversary models, and the reason I want to talk about it, they're good.
They're good models.
They're good models.
I saw them on Instagram today, and they're very simple, very good models.
And there's always feels like there's one miss with these.
Yeah.
Both are winners. I will say this. I think the 40K one is the weaker of the two.
You think so?
Yeah, it's... So there's a nice new Autark kit for Eldari. Like I've played with it. It's nice. This one is very unique in the setup. Like I like that it has a spear as well as like the little shield on its arm.
Sure.
But the flags are cool. But out of the two, I think the 40K one is for once weaker than the Vampire Lord, which is just, let's be honest. I know you gave it Corthrain the Crimson Blade. That's just Manfred.
Dude, I was just gonna say it misses a wing.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, the thing is, I wish they did a callback and added a half wing, or maybe even a wing on the back, like an actual wing, maybe like a couple wings coming out. would have been extra cool if they did that. But
Yeah,
it is a cool model.
that's a very cool model. I bet you'll see that kit bash.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
It's very easy to just add a wing from like one of the Vargeists or whatever they're called.
100%. Like I said, looks like he's on at least a 40. I bet he seems big.
Yeah, yeah. I like that both of them have a tactical rock. That's good.
Oh, do they? The first one? Okay, they both do. Yeah, the little baby tactical rock. I like it. Yeah, no. I I don't play Death, but man, I want that model to maybe play
Yeah.
Death.
Yeah, honestly, that could be, as long as it's not giant, it could be a cool model for Old World.
Yeah, I think you can get on Old World base for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the Artark's cool. I don't need one though. That's the thing. I have the ones I
Right.
want.
You don't need one.
Yeah, I have like
Yeah.
2. But
Right.
and then the store anniversary pins. I like that there's a lizardman there. It's a
I do like
fun,
that too.
different than Stormcast.
Mm-hmm.
You got, I guess, Skaven dice. We'll call them green metal dice, and then that's some other fun accessories. The mats are always good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
That's cool.
yeah, it's a fun little bit of news. And I have one quick shout out, not news related. I'm not going to play the video. I'm going to do the freeze frame. So friend Weirdhammer, you might, Shu, his name's Shu. He also was on rerolling ones for the longest time. If you ever watched that way back in the day, I don't think rerolling ones is still doing content. I didn't see it pop
Were
up.
they doing AOS battle reports?
They're AOS, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember them.
Yep, and Shu would be on there for quite a bit. But he did a nice little 10, 15-minute video called The Last Time You Play Warhammer, talking about he had a friend who passed. I'll let him go watch the video. It'll be linked below. But it's just a really good video. It's nice to reflect.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I'll send you a link to it too, Alex, so you can watch it.
Yeah, send it to me. I'd like to watch it.
Yeah, but just want to shout those 2 things out.
I like it.
Yeah, we're getting to the meat of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like a million miles a minute too.
You're good.
I had coffee about 20 minutes ago.
Well, I'm having coffee right now.
Ooh,
nice latte.
Nice latte.
Mm-hmm.
But Alex, we had Barn-A-Paloosa, but we had a little bit of hobby we had to get done beforehand because
We did.
just like any event, there's always something you need to do.
Absolutely.
Although for once I had more than you.
You did actually. Yeah, usually you're like finishing up, maybe a touch up, maybe a model, and this time you were painting a whole army worth of models a few days before, and I only had a couple minis.
Yeah, but let me bring up your minis because they are beautiful. Before I
thank you
in here. It's a nice little.
Yeah, these are the minis I was painting last podcast. If you were watching the podcast, yeah, I was actively working on these minis.
Nice. So, Skaven, why'd you paint the Skaven Warlord? I mean, I know you're a Skaven player, but it wasn't.
I am a Skaven player, and I was planning on keeping that model for yourself. If you remember from the episode we talked about Ho-Ho Hobby Vices, that was part of a gift from me as a Ho-Ho Hobby Vices gift. However, I'm not sure if we talked about fours last podcast, but a quick reminder for viewers who haven't listened to it. It's a game we play with our friends where you can challenge your friend to do something. For example, paint me a mini. And roll a die. If you roll a 4, they have to do it for you. If you roll a 3, you have to do it for them. 1, 2, 5, 6 doesn't matter for anything.
Right.
So anytime we get together with a bunch of our friends, we will play fours.
Yep.
Right, during those weekends. And last year I rolled a 4, and I rolled a die and asked our friend Dave to come over and visit me and play a game. I rolled a 3, so I was supposed to come and visit him. However, the year got away from me. It was a very busy year. Started a new business, Grimdark Gains, last year, and had to work a lot on that. It was the first year that I went on my own, doing not working in a hospital. Right. So it was a very, very busy year for me. If you remember, lost a social media account. That was a crazy time.
Yeah, I did forget about that.
Yeah, so it was a crazy time, and I just totally forgot about it until the very end. And then I even thought about, oh man, maybe I'll just visit you during the holidays. And then holidays got super busy, and it didn't work out.
Yep.
So instead, I painted this model for him, and I asked him. I didn't tell him. I asked him, "Hey, I'm sorry. I wish I made it. Would you take this as a option instead of me having to visit you in the past year?" And he said, "Yes, it's all fine. I appreciate the model. He loved it. He actually used it in one of our later games, which we'll talk about." Yep. And that was the model I painted for him, and it was actually such a fun model to paint.
The more I'm looking at it, like the skulls on the across the armor, like it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's actually, and it's funny because it looks very complicated, but there's actually not that many colors on it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of details, but there's not a ton of different colors you need to do for details. And even the cloth, I didn't have to go with two colors. I just decided to do it.
Yeah, something different.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Thank you.
And then a little Grombadil action here.
Yes,
Little
sir.
red
Yeah.
dwarf. That
So
face is pristine. The face
isn't
and the
that base
beard.
awesome?
Yeah, like I don't care about the rest. The face and the beard on a dwarf looks good. Model's 100%, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was a very fun to work on as well. That was a slightly more complex model, surprisingly, because the
Mhm.
base was so complex. There's so much going on in the base. There's like 8 different factions represented in the base alone.
Yeah, at first I thought it was like, oh, that's got Rex base, but yeah, it's definitely not. I think, cause I know I have one of these models, but I think I put him on a. He's in my fantasy army. He's on
Mm,
the shield bearers, and I made him my
okay.
BSB.
Cool.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah,
That's a cool BSB. Very lore friendly too, with
yes.
Grombrindle having a BSB. I like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's like a Soul Blight, there is Chaos, there is Iron Jaws,
Yeah,
there is
I'm really glad I didn't have to paint all those because that's a lot.
yeah.
Holy crap! Yeah,
And you don't want to paint them all the same, right? Because they're not
right.
from the same force. You have to actually give them different colors. That's why I try to do different rusts, different metals, different golds, even on different models, so they actually look like they're from different factions.
Nice.
But yeah, very, very fun model to work on. That was actually a fulfilled force challenge where Mike Keel, our friend as well, who was at Barn-A-Paloosa, I believe he rolled a 4 and got me to paint him a model of his choice. And he chose Grombrindle. He actually wanted to buy it, but I already had one. So I'm like, don't even worry about buying it. I have one. You can have it. So I painted that for him.
Very nice. I like it.
Yeah, it was fun to paint him. They were actually fun models.
Yeah, I mean it's listen, it's always fun painting dwarfs. If you like, oh, I don't like dwarfs, just paint a dwarf. You'll be like, I love these little guys. They're so fun and easy. Like,
There's not a lot of surface area,
yeah,
so it's fast to paint.
it's mostly prime and black, dry brush some silver, then have fun painting beards and faces.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Honestly, the beard was the hardest part.
The white's hard, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see, a little bit of my hobby. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but as I pushed through, I did successfully finish the Grand Cathay Army. I'm not going to show those full pictures here. After the chat with Alex, I'm going to do a little mini segment as the second half of this episode to talk about the project and show completion pictures. But for now, here is Miao Ying done. So technically the first painted models of the year.
Mm,
Yeah, because I couldn't get it done in time before New
sure,
Year's Day.
sure.
It was like a 9-hour painting session, and I was so tired by the end of it. But happy the way it turned out.
Cool.
Yeah, I did.
I'll be honest. I am very impressed with the amount of models you got painted in that those few days.
Yeah, it was just trying to push through, and I got through. I am
You
happy.
were locked in.
Yeah, I'm happy I kept her purple, which is like I think her primary color, instead of just
Yeah,
because if that was like a big jade or orange dragon, I think it'd stand out a little too much.
sure.
Um, but yeah, it turned out good. Felt good getting that done. And yeah, with that though, Barn-A-Palooza, 2026. So, or I don't want to say it's a yearly. It's become a yearly thing now.
Yes.
Um, just because there's change. My Tarathi Invitational, which has been mentioned in the past before, it's going to be changed to be more of a limited tournament style event. So this is the club running a big open event with kind of our sister club, I guess, of sorts, to just have fun, have a big gaming weekend, and we still make some fun awards
Mhm.
just for fun. But Alex, Barn-A-Palooza, general impressions. How'd it go for you?
Oh, great time. Great time. Yeah, it's very awesome. I actually really like the format where you just play games. Right? It's not a
Hmm.
tournament. It's hard to talk about it because it's just like it's not a tournament, but it's still an event with awards.
Yeah, like I mean,
Right?
the goal is that you're going to get at least 3 to 5 games in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But instead of just being old world, it's old world. There was Kill Team. There was more time the second day. It was a lot.
Yeah. Just Warhammer. Just Warhammer.
Yeah, just Warhammer. So I guess I'm gonna just flash up some pictures here of like the awards and some of the stuff. But I know kicked off Friday. We had a giant free for all for the yearly belt. Not the yearly belt, the belt award. And it seems like every
Mhm.
year we do something crazy like this. Um, so how many? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 of us doing this
Sounds right.
little free for all.
Was it 9 with Dave showing up?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah, that's right. It was 9. Um, So the current holder of the belt, which we'll talk more about the belt later, was our friend Tom. He wasn't up for a challenge, so he said free for all cage match. So here we are. We all brought what, a 200-point character and a 100-point unit.
Yes.
And I am surprised that you all killed each other before I got pretty much close. I still died. I still lost, but
Sure.
yeah, I brought a magistrate on a balloon. And it was like, oh, this is BS. How did you
And
do?
you weren't even playing to your full capacity because
Oh, I
you were
didn't know it.
feint flighting
Yeah.
and you weren't shooting after you feint flight.
Yeah, but hey, that
Yeah.
prepped me for the rest of the games of the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very strong for a less than 200-point unit. It's very, very strong.
Well, how did you fare in this little grand melee?
Awful. Awful. So I already told you why, and it's okay. It's fine. It was a fun game. There were pretty much no big stakes, right? I don't think I could have. Goblins don't have survivability, so if anybody wanted to bully me, they could bully me, right?
Right.
But the format was that everything happens simultaneously. So we don't all my turn, your turn, your turn, your turn. We all do movement. We all do command phase. We all do movement. We all do charges and blah blah blah. Right.
Yep.
So I picked a hero and a squig and squig hoppers,
Mm-hmm.
which is phenomenal because they actually skip the charge phase. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
They charge you. Charge phase happens, then random movers and remaining moves. However, when everything happens simo, means I never get to charge anything.
Yeah,
Because random moves happen after the charge phase.
Takes your benefit away.
Right, kind of the one thing they're good at, because they're really good at basically not charging because you don't have any reactions, you can escape, and then they're really good on the quote unquote charge without actually charging. However, because of the way we played, which is totally fine, it was very fun, there's no complaints. I got charged into both units, right? Which is never how you want to play them.
Nope.
And they completely exploded. My squigs completely exploded, died to the model.
Yep.
And my hero actually held up pretty well. I think he fought 3 or 4 combat turns, so about 2 turns, against Dark Elves, Mark's Dark Elves, who had a Corsair hero, I believe, and just a unit of Spearmen.
Okay.
And he held up pretty well. He got the hero to 1 wound remaining.
Oh, wow.
He killed about a third, maybe even almost half of the unit. But eventually, leadership 6 on a general level character doesn't help, and he fled.
Yeah, that does not help at all.
It was very fun. It was very fun, but I didn't get to actually do my tricks, unfortunately, because of the format that we played.
I said my tricks wasn't a lot. I eventually threw my 5 Jade Lancers. I forget. It was there was Brad and Mark were nearby me to start. And it was so dwarves and ghouls essentially. And I watch. I'm going as fast as the balloon will go, more or less, but like staying outside of range because I have the gun range, taking some pot shots, and I watched Brad go in and just decimate Mark's dwarves. And there's 2 Marks there. Sorry, there's a dark elf Mark and there's a dwarf Mark. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good. So then I threw my Jade Lancers at Brad, just like, let's see what happens, and he just ruined them quickly. I'm like, that's because he had a character like it was like a naked ghoul that had like 5 attacks.
He's pretty scary. Yeah,
and
he had a killing blow, I believe.
Yeah, he had the Sword of Kings get killing blow, so tons of attacks, no protection, but he also had strikes first. I guess that's probably. I haven't looked at Sword of Kings, but I need to because holy crap. And then after that, I think I might have shot off the rest of Brad's stuff or something else. Oh, no, I didn't shoot off the rest of Brad's stuff. Dave showed up and brought in a forest dragon because he showed up late.
That's right.
And I just started running away from both of them with my balloon. And it was good. It was fun just running away and shooting and watching them kill each other. But eventually, Mike Keel with his Bretonians, with 3 Bretonians, and Dave were both chasing me after they finished off Brad. And
that was awesome.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I fled, and I think Mike needed an 18 to catch me, and he caught me.
And that sort of Kings, just thinking about it, the reason why it was so good is because he had poison.
Oh, well, no, he shouldn't, because you can't use poison with magic weapons. That's an FAQ.
Oh, well, there we go.
We should let him know that if he was. I don't think he was though.
Okay.
I'll check. We'll talk. We'll talk to them. But like, yeah, like that.
Yeah, check
Yeah,
it out.
I'm pretty sure you can't stack poison with magic. 'Cause I thought you could do that at square based, and you can't because I had the ogre blade and poison. I'm like, that's amazing. No, no, no,
Mm,
doesn't work.
there you go.
Um, but we'll have to tell him that so he doesn't do it at an event.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he does or not, but I was thinking if he does, it's very
I
strong.
don't think he was, but we'll like I said, we'll just double check to make sure we're all clear. But also, it doesn't
Sure.
matter because it was crazy still. Like that thing was still
Yeah.
popping
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
And with that, I guess bring up a picture. I do have pictures of actually bring up a picture of the belt first here during that match. So there's the belt provided by our gracious Matt Hayward, who was unable to make this event long ago.
Unfortunately.
Um, and the winner of this ended up being our good friend Terry with his orcs and goblins, who had just had a lot left.
Yeah, it was tough. So Terry and I, we allied. That's where we were close to
Orcs
each
and
other.
goblins, yeah, makes sense, yeah.
Orcs and goblins, yeah, yeah. And I died almost immediately. And he's like, "I'll avenge you," and he did it. It was so awesome watching him. I'm not sure if you were paying attention to his combats because he was flanked, he was rear charged, and he just kept rolling super well
Oh yeah,
on killing stuff and rolling well on staying in combat and not fleeing. He was a Chad that
oh yeah.
game.
Well, a couple mighty wogs. It was good. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a nice little picture of you two. That was for the night that he had the belt, correct?
Yes.
Some cigars
yes.
in the basement. That's pretty nice.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As one does. Well, I mean that kicked things off. But how was your other games? What'd you do on Saturday? What games did you get in?
So Saturday we played a game. So Mike Keel
Uh,
challenged with his Bretonians, challenged Terry for the belt.
Mhm.
And because Terry and I allied, I'm like, Terry, I got you, dog. Let's ally. I'll protect you. I'll protect your belt. And then, because we had two of us, Dave with his wood elves and the dragon,
Yep.
joined Mike. So we had a 2-on-2 battle, 12 points each, of Bretonia and wood elves versus orcs and goblins.
That's very thematic.
I mean,
Yeah.
literally Bretonia, Athel Lauren, right? Orcs and goblins invading and wood elves and Bretonia allying is perfect thematic battle. It was very, very fun because also Terry didn't have any goblins and I didn't have any orcs.
Oh yeah.
Well, technically, I didn't have any orcs. No,
You
technically, I
didn't
had orcs.
by
but
models, but by
my converted army has no orcs, even if it's an orc unit.
nice.
But anyway, very, very fun battle. So you know how Terry rolled super well in his first game?
Yeah.
And just like unreasonably well. That was the opposite for him that game.
Gotcha.
Awful. Like literally the worst rolls possible. I kept looking at him roll, and he would need a high roll on his hits and wounds, would completely whiff. He would need a low roll on his leadership, roll high. It was everything that it wasn't even consistently low or high rolls. It's just the opposite of what he needed. He would roll that.
That's amazing.
It was kind of awesome. But it was so funny because basically in the end of the army, his whole army was gone. The only thing he had left, it was the boar boys by like turn 3 or 4. Goblins did pretty well. They actually held their flank pretty well. My Black Orc War Boss, which is a Goblin War Boss on Wyvern, did so well.
Good.
All over the battle. He was killing things left and right. He was killing things okay, but he really was tanking a lot. Like at multiple times, he was fighting either the dragon or the Bretonian Lord.
We survived usually Bretonian lords have like monster slaying and everything.
Or both. I don't know if he maybe
heroic killing blow, whatever. Yeah,
maybe if he did, he forgot.
maybe he didn't have it.
But for multiple combat turns, I was fighting both.
Oh boy!
But what I kept doing is I kept challenging.
Oh yeah, so he just
I would only fight one. I would only fight one, and I survived for at least one turn, starting with 1 wound and just rolling all my saves. It was very good.
That's awesome.
Very good. So we were technically in the fight until about turn 5. And you know how everybody complains about fanatics because fanatics for their cost and potential are phenomenal.
Yeah.
They weren't complaining when my fanatics ran through a unit of 10 boar boys and got them down to 4.
No, yeah. When you kill yourself, that feels good.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. It was great. And it's so funny because they ran through them, they ran through them again, and then Terry was like, screw it, I'm charging anyway. So 3 times he was hit by a fanatic. So literally went from a unit of 10 boar boys to 3 or 4.
Wow.
Fantastic, fantastic.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Love to see it.
But overall, a great game. However, it was a loss. We lost our generals. We lost our. Oh, Terry lost his BSB. We lost a lot of our banners and our units. So in the end, the Bretonia and Wood of Alliance won.
Did. And here is Mike with Dave behind, wearing the belt. I think Dave stepped aside to let Mike grab the belt this time. And I think this is yeah, and Mike ended with the belt, so unless he left it at the barn, I don't know, but it's
Hmm.
he should have taken it home. We should
I don't
message
know.
him. I don't know where it's at.
I don't know.
He probably did, but that means it's up for grabs the next time someone plays him at a tournament, possibly. So
That's right.
I don't know.
Challenge him.
Maybe there's a Akron Brew Brawl we're gonna go because that's where I got the belt off Neil at that.
That's right. I'll challenge him.
Yeah, you got to. If it wasn't for the switch to the Mordheim Sunday, that yeah, I was thinking like I could beat him up with Grand Cathay, but I was like, nah.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, wasn't worth the energy on that. Let's see. I got 2 games in this Friday. So, first was against Quinton. So, remember at the club. He was also, if you look at my Instagram, there's a picture of us. We're spit roasting a deer for venison. He was handling that because he's great at that. So I said, hey, do you want to play a game? Because I want to be very casual. Because also Arsenal was playing, and I wanted to kind of watch that game.
Fair.
And I was like, do you want to play a casual game so that way he's not rushed whenever he needs to step away, take care of something for the deer, he could. And it was. And so we probably about 3.5 hour game just because like we'd start and stop, but we'd always make sure we stop exactly at an easy spot to remember. But this, as you can see, a little sneak preview, full Grand Cathay army, and I made sure it wasn't as tuned as possible because I literally just put every model in and then figured out what points I could fit for items. Deployed and just started seeing what I could do, and holy crap. Cathay, yeah. I did my first round of shooting, took off about half his unit of Witch Elves, half a unit of Corsairs, and then he's like, oh, you had to go take care of something at the deer, and he came back in. I was like, hey, so I'm not going to do it yet, but just so you know, I can do that once per game. And he's like, what? There was a lot of that during this of like, hey, I can do this. Hey, I can do this. Yes. But pushed in, there was some surprising things. Like once again, I tried to flee with my balloon, and he was able to make a long charge with his dragon and catch me. Was it my Jade Lancers actually went into his Witch Elves? Like it was a charge counter charge, and so he only had half of them left, and with poison, and by the way, we're playing with what most tournaments do, which is old poison, so 6 is auto wound,
which as it should be.
Yeah,
as it should be.
He took off everything but the hero in that unit. Like
that's awesome.
It was crazy. I was like, holy cow! So like, there was still like it's not unbeatable. So he's like, he had hope, and I'm like, okay, I need to use all my rules right now. However, the one hero actually rolled double ones. So
you stayed in combat. Wow.
Yeah, stayed like pushed back 2 inches. He followed up because he had to, which allowed me to get some other stuff in there to help fight. Sentinel did what Sentinel does, just crushed everything. But we played. I think we were at 6 turns. It was kind of clear which way I was going. He did do good play with his Dark Riders to get into the flank with one of my cannons, and he would. Man, if there wasn't an ogre in there, he would have won. But the ogre's like, oh hey, I got 3 attacks and I'm an ogre, so I'm going to just decimate you. And like it took 2 rounds, but the ogre won the combat with my cannon, which was crazy.
You can't just send chaff after Cathay artillery if you have an ogre with her.
Or you need to like, yeah, it's so rough, like because it's just hard to get through.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot send my unit of just Wolf Riders. Like 5 Wolf Riders can take care of pretty much any artillery, unless it's like Chaos Dwarf.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe Dwarf, but definitely human and like bolt throwers and all that. But I do not think I can take care of Cathay.
It would be rough. You might want to do like send like squigs after it or something.
Yeah, squigs would be fine, but yeah, not like a chaff unit.
Or you run up a unit of goblins and just send 1 fanatic over there. Be like, good luck.
Yeah, that also would work. Yep. Theoretically.
Yeah. But good game. Had fun. Like I said, there's definitely things where I'm like, oh, I need to make sure I do this right because otherwise, if I don't play this unit right, I'll get ruined. And then but just like I said, the stuff that's good in this army just carried me through.
Good.
This was full 2,400 points too, and you guys each played what 1,200 points. So you had two.
1,200, yeah. 1,200 points each, but also, Dave didn't play for a while, so he was a little bit rusty, and we were kind of taking our time. So it was a long game.
Yeah, I mean,
for us.
multiple people usually ends up that way.
Yeah, true.
I did get a second game in. It was 1,200 points against our club member Jess, who had 1,200.
Oh, I totally missed that one.
It
That's
didn't last long.
Oh, okay. That's why.
It was I said, just put together a quick 1,200 point list. Don't worry about anything. So she grabbed Cetra and some chariots, and I think some Upshati, not the bow ones because we didn't have those models.
Sure.
But I did I did the first round of shooting and I shot twice with both things, and I killed everything around Cetra in that unit. And then she moved up again, and I shot off another one, and she's like, "That's fine, I'm done." I'm like, I understand." I was like,
Oh man,
yeah,
Jess needs a win. I felt bad when we last played. I think it was Quentin and I allied against Mark and Jess,
yeah.
and it was a very similar game. So she needs you need to bring a lizardman or something.
Yeah, for sure. Not Cathay, not
Yeah.
Cathay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did that real quick. So let's call that a mini game. I know here's a picture of this is a proud moment with help from some friends. I can now make a turkey. I know how to make a turkey now.
Ooh,
Yeah,
fun.
so we made a turkey for Sunday.
Yeah.
But before that, tell me about this bottle, Alex. This old
Oh
Irish
yeah,
whiskey.
yeah. That was from a Friday. That was definitely a highlight of the evening Friday. Is after playing games, some of us went home, and some of us decided to go to the Mark's house and enjoy alcohol and the cigars in the basement. And Mark, we're just talking about alcohol and having conversation. And Mark pulls out this bottle and he's like, "Hey, this is a $10,000 bottle." And
I doubt it, but
we
I think
looked
he's
at the
overinflating
prices.
that. But it's
Sure,
it's an
sure.
old bottle of whiskey for sure.
It's an old bottle of whiskey, and we did look it up. It's at least $3,000.
Oh yeah, it's a couple of, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he was talking about it. He's like, "Should we open it?" Mark. He's like,
Oh yeah,
"Should we
yeah.
open it?" And we were like, "No, Mark, don't open it, don't open it." And then we're like, "Would you like to open it?" And he's like, "I would love to open it."
There you go. Yeah.
So he opened it, he cleaned it up, and it was. I don't even like whiskey. It's not my alcohol of choice. Rum, gin, vodka is my alcohol of choice of spirits. It was the best whiskey I've ever had.
I'm sure.
And I'm not saying it because of a price. I've had some not that expensive, obviously, but I've had expensive alcohol which I did not enjoy at all.
Yeah.
It was so mellow.
Nice.
Have you tried the Russian vodka that I brought?
Yes, I really like that. Yeah.
It basically tastes like water with the vodka flavor, right? That's what it tasted like. It was very smooth.
No, yeah, it's fun because but I know that's because he has a small collection of those old bottles that were just in the house he moved into.
Yeah.
But he had some old bottles of rum that I tried long ago. Like, yeah, and I enjoyed it. It was great. It's probably old. However, it's hit or miss because I know he has more of these bottles, and it's just like he could open one and it's just like, nope, don't drink that. Dump that right now.
Yep. Yeah.
So I'm glad you guys got a good one.
Well. This one was sealed well, and it was tasty, and I'm glad I got to experience it. And yeah, he seemed to enjoy the time. So
very, very nice. Yeah.
good.
But I guess then we roll into Sunday. So now
we played one more game on Saturday.
Oh, did you? What game did you play?
Yeah, we played a Kill Team.
Was that Saturday? I thought it was Sunday. Oh, that was. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That was our good friend Bobby put on a little Kill Team for what, 4 or 5 of you?
4, 5 of us. Yeah, it was 5 of us. It was a big game of Kill Team. There was a lot of people.
It was. He had a little scenario he made up. He was like the game master essentially.
He was the game
2 board
master.
sizes long.
Yes, I do like that you can do that in Kill Team because I personally love co-op games.
Yeah,
where you're going against the game basically, and it was great. I really, really enjoyed it.
You should look at Necromunda because it's built to have a game master.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to play it. If somebody wanted to GM it, I would love to play it.
Unfortunately, I forgot to put a picture. There's one, I think, on my Instagram, but I forgot to put a picture in here of the board and what was going on. But I do have a picture of you building a Kill Team of your build
Yep.
kill team, I
Yep.
should say. So while you were playing kill team, you were building a new kill team.
So meta. And I was killing teams while playing kill
Oh,
team,
so much team kill.
building a kill team.
Yes, yes.
Um,
So
yeah, very fun game. We had on the board. I'll just quick recap.
yeah,
He
go
was
through it.
playing Nurgle. Now it was a Nurgle infestation in a sector, and we had 2 commandos, and we had Kriegsman and the Votan kill team. And our lore was, why are we working together? Because we weren't shooting each other. Was commandos are just trying to go after the shiny thing in the middle,
Right.
where Kriegsman and Votan knew that this sector was lost and it needed to the bomb needed to be dropped on this sector, and they had to get to the middle point to like activate a signal.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So that was kind of our lore, why we're working together and not shooting each other. It was really fun, and in the end, yeah, we did. It was actually quite challenging because Terry was playing his commandos. He lost almost all the models. I think he had 1 model left at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I had about half of mine, and then there was maybe a couple of Votan and maybe half the Kriegsman left, with still lots of enemy lines coming in. So there was a chance we would lose. And honestly, Bobby, if we wanted to make a game longer, Bobby probably could have made us lose.
Sure.
But we
yeah.
decided to he actually wanted to let us win and see how it works. It was a very
Yeah.
fun game.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't play anything this evening. I was also at this point. I don't know what. Like, I was being good and not
Ah,
like partaking of the evening like drinks and all that. So that's why I was driving home each night. However, for some reason, like I said, I didn't get a ton of sleep. But like I said, I'm not really abusing myself in any other way besides lack of sleep. I was just dragging. So I watched a little bit of this game. I watched a little bit of. There was some old world games going on. There was one with. There was a quick one with Mark and Tom. Dwarves versus his Slayers, so his dwarf on dwarf
mhm.
action. Then there's the other Mark with his Dark Elves versus Brad and his Vampires. So I watched those games, and then it turned into a big free for all. Not free for all. They re-racked after the small games and did a bigger game. So there's lots of old world going on. Just having a good time, but like yeah, I was just there like walk around like I'm just so sleepy. Even like Mark looked at me. It's like it was like 10. He's like just go home. I'm like I will in a little bit. Hang on a little bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I hit that point. Actually, a lot of us hit that point, and yeah, I was like, I made a decision, executive decision at 6:30 to drink a monster,
yeah,
and then I was fine.
okay, there you
But
go.
I kept going back and forth. I'm like, I'm tired, but no, I wonder when we're going to be done, and we didn't get done till 1:30. Right, like
Yeah.
by the time we actually went to the basement to enjoy alcohol and cigars, didn't go to bed till after 1:30.
Well, there's a few people that stayed up even later.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
So yeah, so I guess I'm trying to think. Like, there's some more fours that happened just for fun. Like, what was it?
yeah,
The reason you built that kill team is because Mike Keel's gonna paint it for you.
yes, sir.
What was it? Dave had you have to paint him a box of models. So he was up all night building an entire box of Glade Guard or something.
Yeah, Wood Elves, and he wants me to paint one as Way Watchers, like half as Way Watchers, half as Glade Guard.
Yeah, let me just change the cloaks
Yep,
up.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
but yeah, looked like a great time though. And then
Fun
Sunday,
game.
well, then yeah, Sunday I woke up and I just see this all caps from like 2 a.m. from Mark saying, "Tomorrow we're only playing more time." Like, okay.
Yeah, we talked about it at the when we were drinking and smoking, and I was like, I would love to play more time. He's like, you want to play more time? We'll play more time.
Yep, which would actually turned out to be a good Sunday activity. I had brought
Yeah,
my cafe, me and friend Brandon, who was honestly Brandon. Shout out to Brandon. He did so much cooking this weekend.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, Brendan.
We were gonna play Heresy, and we just didn't get to it. His team Liverpool was on, so we watched that while
Sure.
getting stuff, while also cooking. But yeah, it was fun, just like a chill, set the board for more time. You know, people building the list, just playing and having a good time, and then like start doing that slow cleanup. But yeah, I think Sunday more time is definitely a chill thing to do at this event.
This was the first time I played more time, and let me tell you, I loved it.
Okay, tell me, how'd the game go? How'd it go?
It was a great game. Now, obviously, we had to kind of. It was so funny because nobody knows how to play, right? Well, like 2 people on
Two
the
people
board know
know how
how
to
to
play.
play,
Yeah.
and then the rest, 5 of us, the rest of us had no idea, never played it, nothing even close, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe if we have, maybe a couple of them did. I don't know if Mike did, but at least haven't played for a long time.
Right.
And the two people who played also didn't play for over a year.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've actually played that at the club.
Yeah. So even though we kind of had Tom be our rules guy, the go-to rules guy, every time we asked him, he usually had to look up as well. So the game was very slow to start, and we're all learning rules. And we're kind of going one at a time. So eventually, what we started doing is basically, if you're not interacting with somebody, you can go ahead and go play your turn while they're playing their turn to speed it up. It was so funny. By turn 3 or 4, we were so confused on whose turn was whose. Because like, how many turns do you play? How many turns do I have? I have no idea. But eventually we figured it out and we got back on track. It was so fun. It was such a fun game. Um, from my perspective, I had Skaven on the right with
Right.
Dave, and that's what Dave actually used his Warlord miniature that I painted for him
Nice.
as his leader. He was playing Eshin, and I was playing Pestilence. And then to my left were Witch Hunters.
Okay.
So I told Dave, Alliance, Skaven Solidarity, right?
Yep.
I also told him, like, once we're winning, we can stab each other in the back. But for now,
Yeah.
Alliance,
Yeah.
right? So I sent a couple of my models towards him to help him out. The rest of my army I sent towards Witch Hunters, fought them for a while.
Yep.
Then his Witch Hunters routed.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, he has leadership 8. He just rolled poorly. Unfortunately, by the time I got to Dave's Skaven, both him and the beastman he was fighting also routed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this game apparently is very quick. Once you lose below half your models or below a quarter of your models and you roll poorly, you're out.
Well, in a campaign, because we've done a campaign, there is a tactic that you can quit the field whenever you want. So if you're reaching a point where like, because like if you die or like lose stuff, like you don't get anything, but like might have some treasure and might be like, I'm out. Like you just quit the field, and it's like, okay, we're done. Just to save that sort of stuff. So yeah, you see that a lot too.
So it's beneficial to sometimes get to the treasure early, avoid fighting, and just bounce out.
Or maybe like you get a character in there, he gets good lucky like kill, and he's gonna get some experience, and you're just like, I can't do anything else. I'm done. I leave.
Yeah. Nice. Very fun. Well, there was a lot of battles going on. There were Slayers present. There were Carnival of Chaos. There were Orcs. There was Beastmen. I think that's it. And in the end, because the enemies to my left and allies to my right routed, so I had nothing to fight. So I spearheaded for the objective in the middle, which was the treasure in the castle. I got attacked on the bottom by the Carnival of Chaos. Rolled well. He rolled poorly on the routing. He fled. And then I'm basically in the middle of a castle holding the fort for the treasure. Slayers come in who haven't lost a single model.
It can be rough.
In a single turn, killed 2 of my models, and not for me to rout. My turn. My leadership is 7. I rolled an 8. I'm out. Slayers win.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, very fun game, very fast paced. I could see how you could like play multiple games in one hobby evening even.
Oh, easily, yeah. It's honestly, it takes longer between games to figure out what's happening to your troops and how to upgrade than not much else. So
yeah, very fun game. I'm hoping the boards are still there on Wednesdays. I would love to play it again.
We left it up because we were too lazy to take it down, so you can get a more time game in Wednesday.
Very solid chance. Very good.
I think me and Brandon are gonna play Heresy on one of the sides of the board.
Just up, yeah,
because there's a less dense area of the board, so we'll probably play over there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, it's great. It was great, and then after that, we did awards and finished packing up, which wasn't hard. A few of us just kind of sat and watched some Warhammer YouTube, and then I just called it a night. Went home. Everything was nice and done, nice and clean.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah, great. I can't wait to next year. We did make the group chat because the group chat was a little off kilter as it always does. It's a forever, so whenever Mark decides he wants to have it, he can just put in there and we'll figure it out from there with the usual invitees. So
I like it.
Should be good. Besides that, I did forget to mention one thing. Not really related, but our friend Luke, club member Luke, came Friday night, who also participated in the big battle for the belt, which would have been hilarious if he won because he couldn't come the rest of the weekend.
It would be very funny.
He gave me a nice little Christmas gift. I wanted to shout it out here because it's very nice. He gave me the John Blanche Volume 1 Masterclass paint set by Armor Painter.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, what? Like,
it's a great gift.
Fantastic gift. I'm definitely going to reciprocate because I was not expecting a gift from Luke. We haven't exchanged gifts before, but now we are for everybody.
Apparently, yep.
And I actually had a little bit of hobby before we started. Let me show that off too, just for
Huh.
fun. So my first project of 2026 is the Eldari webway gates.
Oh wow, they're pretty big.
They're huge. They're
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
like
fun. You can use them in game, right? In 40K.
So I don't think there's rules anymore. There is rules that were part of the instructions, and I cut them out and kept them with my Eldari army. But I
Hmm.
don't think there's rules anymore because this was made to order, like
I
last
see.
year.
I see.
And I was always regretted not buying it, but now I have it. So I'm going to use the ivory from that John Blanche set to paint these up. So I'm
There you
building
go.
Prime today.
I
Yeah,
like it.
I needed something simple.
No, that'll be fun. And yeah, if you want to play like more narrative game, use the rules.
Yeah, like it has points costs. It's like, yeah, well, I'm no one's gonna mind. I'll probably keep them with the army because it's technically a terrain piece for that army. Uh,
Sure.
I guess I don't know. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
worst case, you don't use the rules. Just set it up when you deploy, just to look cool.
Yes, true. Yeah, to make it look cool for sure. But yeah, nice little bit of extra fun there. So, I guess Alex, anything that you're starting off the year with? Are you going right into Horus Heresy when you get back to modeling?
Yeah. The next project is going to be Horus Heresy.
Okay.
We have our first call at some point coming up for the Tale of Seven Warlords.
Yeah, I need to get on
Yeah.
and get that kind of organized better.
So next time I have 30 minutes sitting down with Brandon, I need to make a list of all that I have
Yep.
and actually see how many points I have. I'm aiming for 2,000 points for that. And in the meantime, my goal every month will be to complete the commission for the Tale of Four Warlords. And I want to make a dent in some of the smaller projects as well.
Nice. Okay, yeah, smaller projects. Yeah, you said you had a lot of
Blood
those, so yeah.
Bowl, Mordheim, every couple of months I want to get at least no, it's like 10 model worth of project. It's not a lot. I can get it done in a few days, but I just want to actually get it done.
Right. No, that's fun. You should probably. Well, do you do Mordheim first or Blood Bowl? That's the question.
I don't know. It's so hard. I think we're catching momentum for Mordheim, so probably Mordheim first.
Well, momentum for Blood Bowl too. It's so
That's true. I don't know. Blood Bowl is technically less models, but my Mordheim team is very simple to paint.
True. Well,
It's just Beastman.
we will see what the Fifth Hammer decides probably by the next podcast. Maybe I don't know.
Probably end up doing neither and just barely managing to do salamanders.
Sure. Yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm excited. I got my little small pile of hobby ahead of me. I'm definitely going to stay in the sci-fi universe. I think for a little bit with post Webway Gate. I'm going to do Lady Mal's.
Nice.
She's cool, and then I got some Horus Heresy stuff from gifts and pickups that I'm going to work on too. So I can get. Cool. We're trying to, not you, Alex, because you're just starting, but the other three of us, Luke, Brandon, and myself, all have Primarchs now. So we want to get 3,000 point games going in order to use our Primarchs. We're going to use our Primarchs this Wednesday when we play. I think we're doing 2,000 points and just throw our Primarch in and be like, screw it, let's have fun.
Yep. Yeah, my goal is after the Tale of Four Warlords, or Seven Warlords, to start catching up to you guys. But you guys have been playing this for a while, so I just want to, mine needs to warm up to the, just starting to actually putting models on the table.
Would it be fun when you get to like 500, maybe even 750 points? Because then it's like, okay, let's do a small game. Like a little free-for-all, four-way.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to, yeah.
It'd be good. But with that, Alex, I think that wraps up our chat for Barn-A-Paloosa 2026. A little bit of sneak peek of our future hobby plans. Anything else you want to say about the event?
No, it was a great time. Always enjoy it. Yeah, no, it's nothing negative, all positive. Fun time with friends.
Yes, and then I guess by the time you see this, I was trying to like I'm gonna shout out Grimdark Gains and like you and Deadlift for Dark Gods Instagram. Like keep an eye out, but all the posts and everything, not all the posts, but like all the weekly stories and stuff will be done by the time this goes out.
Yeah. It's stay on the lookout for Grimdark Gains if you're looking for like fitness and hobby stuff.
Yep.
We'll be this year releasing more programs and more content. But it's a fun thing to do.
Yes. Look forward to future content from there. But for now, take a short break and come back, and I'm going to talk about my Grand Cathay army. Its completion, show off the fun pictures, talk about the project as a whole and the future and yada yada, and kind of a little bit of hobby mentality, which will also relate to fitness as it usually does. So hang around for
Fun
that.
stuff.
All right, catch you later, Alex.
Bye.
And welcome back to headphone free chat. Sorry, I feel like it's been forever since I've not had to wear my headphones uh, on I guess, a recording podcast. And now my camera's really bright. There we go. It's much better. But I hope you're all doing well. Hope you enjoyed the chat with me and Alex talking about our Barn-A-Paloosa event. I wanted to take a little bit of time here as my static electricity hair won't cooperate. We'll just go over to the images of my fully completed, fully painted Grand Cathay Army. I am very excited to have this army completed finally. As you all know, if you've been listening to podcasts for a while, I've been struggling to get through it just because of the dauntingness of it. You know, parts that were tough to build, and there's parts that were tough to paint. Surprisingly, getting through the infantry wasn't all that hard. Yeah, went through okay. I really, obviously, just to come back to me for a second here. The scheme, inspiration for the army. Taylor Swift's Life of the Showgirl. Yep, make that orange and jade color going. Yeah, it worked really well for this army. I know I'm not the only one that's done probably orange and jade. I know other people have out there too, but I like the way my take turned out of it. Like I said, the infantry wasn't too hard to paint, if I'm honest. Cavalry, slightly harder to paint, but still, it was kind of fulfilling. My least favorite, definitely the balloon, without a doubt, to paint. It was just the ropes. The way I chose to do the ropes, it just didn't work out. But my favorite was the Sentinel. Absolute blast to paint, even though those two were the exact opposite on building and painting, or building, because the Sentinel's a nightmare to build and the balloon was a joy to build. But still, good. Yeah, with that, my last model I did was Miao Ying. While my army's based off of central provinces, Yambo, we don't have that model out yet. Hopefully we do, if the rumors are anything to be believed. But I didn't want to fully make it so it's from this army. I want her to be her own thing. So her clothes in the human form is the jade and green, which very happy with how that turned out. And I left the dragon form itself more traditional to what she was, which is like that purple with that grayish white hair. Subtle hints like the orange gems and then the green on the leather instead, just to kind of get that army color in there without it being, too much of a distraction. Because look at the whole army here. The only color I could reasonably have painted Miao Ying's dragon form would be orange, and that I think would stand out too much and just not look right. Yeah, no, just just a quick little recap here showing it. Was this project fun to paint? It had its moments. It had like I said, had good things, had bad things. I had a nightmare time with the Shugengen Lord. I've repainted that yellow multiple times. I still might try and repaint it again on the membranes of the wings. But I'm very happy to have the army. Very happy to have gotten a couple games in with it. Want to get a couple more games in. For sure. I'm not done with this army. We got the peasant militia end of it coming out here sometime this year. I was kind of shocked that we didn't get the announcement already. Maybe by the time this podcast comes out, it will. But at the time of recording, we just saw that the preview is going to be for the 500 Worlds of Ultramar, which is cool. But yeah, I was like, oh, it's got to be the The more Cathay just to spite me since I just finished it and could use a small break from painting this paint scheme. But regardless, even if that wasn't coming out, there's still things I'd add to this army. Another cannon would be great. I'll be honest, don't need another fire rain rocket battery, but another cannon would be cool. As much as I hate to say it, I'd like another sentinel. It just does so good. They're so inexpensive for how good they are. I feel a little bit slept on. I don't want another balloon, even though my friend Martin Orlando might be gifting me an extra balloon, sans the crew. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, I am in love with this army as far as how it turned out. I love the aesthetic. I'm super pleased that I jumped in on it and got it all painted up. I look forward to adding in more and seeing what the new army layout is going to look like with the new arcane journal. But yeah, it's a very fulfilling uh, project, especially the last little bit where I painted over half this army, really just kind of like in a few days to really just knock it out. It was good to flex that skill to really push and paint quickly, something so challenging. But yeah, I will say I maybe got a little burned out, even though I'm working on something right now. But need to take a step back. Don't fully burn out is the key, because like sometimes you just got to grind. Sometimes it sucks, but the end result's worth it. Just like at the gym, hey, I'm gonna go lift this every day and just get stronger. Like I was gonna go wake up and paint this for the days I had off, and I'll get closer to completed army. And like I said, thrilled that I did. Look forward to more games with it in the future. And like I said, adding to it when the time arises. Yeah. I do have another army I'm starting this year with the Tale of Four Warlords, 7 warlords. But that's a much smaller, much more simple paint scheme. Just allow for myself to grow this army, as we get those releases, as well as other things like Horus Heresy, as I mentioned in the podcast, and just whatever kind of floats my boat. Um, don't want to commit to a big army like this right away. Again, like I said, small, simple army. Slanesh Demons is not that bad. Um, Plus, I know there's more of this coming on the way, but yeah, hopefully there's not an army that grabs my attention in the future, like a Malarian, Tyrion, or like more or a refresh of Daughters of Cain or anything like that. Um, just some casual painting is on the books for sure in my future. So let's just come back here. So I hope everybody out there, hope you had a good holiday season. Hope you got all your Warhammer and all your gym sessions in. Hope you've ate lots of good food. But yeah, for now, just looks like a quick little wrap up the end here. Let me know if you're working and grinding through a Grand Cathay army or what army you might be doing this year. Just keep your head down, put in the time, put in the effort, and it'll be worth it in the end, even if it sucks. But know when to step away and take a break, as you can. But sometimes deadlines help. Go to an event; it'll give you good reason to get things done. But with that, we will catch you all next week when we'll talk about whatever we talk about. I don't know yet. Anyway, stay Stormcast strong, everybody, and take care.